J.J. Abrams has rebooted the Star Trek franchise with Zachary Quinto as Mr. Spock and Chris Pine as Captain James T. Kirk. I'm Eric Moline from SceneStealers.com, and with us today as guest host is drummer extraordinaire Billy Brimblecombe.
Stardate 2009, Space, the Final Frontier.
No, cut. What was that exactly? That's a little much.
Damn it, Eric! I'm a drummer, not a film reviewer!
Airlocking torpedoes. Emergency evasive. Fire everything!
Abrams is the guy behind the Lost series on TV, and he's also the guy who did Mission Impossible 3, which I thought was the best in the series recently. This guy's really on a roll, and in this movie he's doing an origin story with the original characters from Star Trek, and what's really cool is that he's got characters to work with already, but he does something new with them.
I thought it was super refreshing. As not being a huge Star Trek fan, but just could kind of take it or leave it. I thought from the trailer it looked interesting and exciting, and the movie blew my expectations out of the water.
I'm not a big Star Trek fan either, but I've seen most of them at one point or another, and I really thought that this movie had a really interesting way of not saying that that stuff didn't exist. And I'm not going to spoil anything for anybody that's seeing the movie, but this new Star Trek movie exists in addition to everything else that you've seen before. What Abrams and his team of writers do is they give us a really emotional scene right off the bat to suck us in, and that is basically Kirk's father takes control of a spaceship at the last moment and goes into this insanely crazy bad situation and ends up saving the lives of everybody in the crew but dies in the process. And so Kirk is born out of that now, and he is against Starfleet. He's against everything that Star Trek stands for, and what I thought was really crazy was the movie actually goes from there to making him the captain.
And it didn't feel rushed.
Right.
It felt completely natural. It was great. You get to see Kirk as a kid and then as an adolescent and a ruffian, and I thought that was awesome.
Everything seems to produce comedic results when it's supposed to.
Yeah.
The catchphrases come up when they're supposed to, and whether they're intended to be funny or serious, whichever way they're going, they work.
At that point, you're so invested in what's happening, and you're invested in the characters, because it's all, so, like I said, so fresh and believable, and not really cliche. So when one of those old, I'm giving her all she's got, Captain thing comes in, it's like, yes, and people are applauding because it's, they connect with it.
We've got no captain and no first officer to replace him.
Yeah, we do.
If I had to nitpick and say one negative thing, it would be this. Eric Bana is the villain in the movie, this Romulan, who's been waiting 25 years to exact his revenge for something, which is a pretty insane amount of time to wait just to meet one person and exact revenge. So
it's a vindictive person.
to say the least, right? And so I wanted to feel that just a little bit more. There's a little bit of shock and some people deal with it, but this is a quick moving movie and they kind of move on a little too quickly for me.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So, but that's, like I said, a minor nitpick. I'm giving Star Trek a rock fist way up. This is about as good as Hollywood blockbusters get. I would compare this to Iron Man of last year, where it winks the whole time. It knows that some of the things it's doing are cheesy, but because it makes jokes at the right moment, it makes it okay. And also, it's very serious about its premise, and I think it's a great movie. I can't wait to see it again.
I'm going to give this a major rock fist way up. J.J. Abrams, he set phasers to fun, and this new Star Trek reboot will live long and prosper.
So now you can